Hi all chess goodies and welcome to my video. Today I'm gonna show you probably the best game that I've ever played. And in this game I've got 98% accuracy as you can probably see, and we also played the Scandinavian Defense. So let's just see the game. I opened with e4 and my opponent responded with d5, the Scandinavian Defense. And if you're wondering, the ratings that we've got are FIDE ratings, yeah. So that's why I have only 1560 and my opponent has 1880. But yeah, so I took that and my opponent recaptured with the queen and I attacked the queen, just natural move. And my opponent retreated to d6. So I've just continued with a natural play, d4, the best move, and it looks good. Then knight f6 and knight f3. He pinned my knight, but I played h3 and he took the knight. Now I recaptured with the queen, and recapturing with the queen is perfectly fine. Later leaving this d4 pawn undefended, because if you would take that, then guess what, you're winning because you're gonna take this, and not only that, you'll also win a rook. And there is no way black can prevent it. The best move is to go back like this, and then you'll just get a free rook and win the game. So capturing is impossible. My opponent saw that and just played c6. And now I need to defend this pawn because now it is hanging after all. So I've just brought out my bishop and defended the pawn nicely like that. And now e6. Bishop d3, another nice developing move. Queen c7, and now kingside castles. I thought about this move for a while. You can see the time, about 3 minutes. This was a classical game. We had 90 minutes plus 30 seconds increment. I thought about this move because, well, there is a possibility of castling queenside and kingside, and it will very well, depending on what I will choose, the game will, you know, be very different because the plans are gonna be different. But in the end, I decided to castle queen kingside, and my opponent just, developed the bishop, and I developed my rook. He developed his knight. I developed my other rook, and he castled. And now you can see that so far in the game, if I will go quickly through the game from the beginning, I played only the natural looking moves. Developed the knight with tempo, d4 in the center, developed the knight, chased the bishop, recaptured, developed the bishop, castle, developed the rook, and that's what we've got. And now I played knight to e4, and that is because I wanna attack this h7 pawn with my bishop and my queen. And this pawn is defended by this knight, so I want to trade these knights to, get rid of the defender of that pawn and then checkmate if possible. He took my knight, and I took back with the queen, immediately threatening the checkmate. And my opponent played knight f6, just replace that knight with the other knight while attacking the queen and defending the h7 pawn. But that's no problem. I just went queen to h4, putting pressure on this pawn, so that means this knight cannot move at this point. Now he played queen e7, which is not the best move because I played bishop to g5. Better way to go was bishop e7. You see that there are some possible discoveries if that wouldn't be a mate. And I would play bishop to g5 anyway, and after rook f to d8, bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6, and queen takes f6. Well, not f6, h7, king f8, and c3. We would get this position where I would be up a pawn, maybe having some chances of the attack, but it would be opposite color bishop, and that would mean if we would trade queens and the rooks, then it would be just pretty much an instant draw, as these endgames of opposite colored bishop often are. But so that means that it wouldn't be that bad for black. Indeed, it would be the best thing that he would have in this position. But fine, he went to queen e7, and I played bishop to g5, pinning this knight and simply threatening to take it, and then deliver checkmate. That is my simple threat, and he needs to deal about that. And one thing, if you are wondering, you see my time. I have 1 hour and 40 minutes, and after this move, I'm left with 51 minutes. So that means that I thought about this move for some 22 minutes, and that is because there is a lot to consider. You need to see what happens after h5, h6, that is the crucial line to see, h6, and then some other move like rook f to d8, which has happened in the game. It is not the strongest move, but you need to see these other moves as well. The best move is h5, and then I would get two lines to choose from. One is g4, queen to d8 is a must to free the square from bishop. And then if I would take bishop e7 and rook e5, we would get this position where I would be up a pawn, having bishop pair. I wanted to show you that I would have a nice attack on the king, like so, somehow, you know, just a big pressure towards that black king. But he would be, he would be playing. Or instead of this g4, I could play rook e3, no, not that, rook e3 as well. And then queen d8, once again, he has to free the square for bishop. And after rook f3, bishop e8, bishop is not e8, e7, rook e1, rook e8, and rook to e5 once again. Well, this position would be better for me because you can see all of the activity and the pressure towards that black king. But once again, he would be playing. That is the best move with the h5. But the crucial line that you had to see, and that's why I calculated for this long, was h6. Because now, what do? You do not want to go back. Oh, but well, going back is a possibility, but you don't want to do that, as you just went there. So you have to see that this sacrifice actually works. Yeah, now after taking and rook f to d8, it is a must to free the square for the queen, because if you would play, let's say a6, we wouldn't play, well, nothing, just wait, then just queen g5, king moves, queen h4, king moves, and now rook e5, just threatening checkmate. Now the best move is knight h5, but after queen takes h5, f5 preventing checkmate. And you see that black couldn't take the rook because of checkmate. So f5, then queen g6 check, queen blocks, queen takes e6 check, king goes to h8, and now queen takes d6. We would end up in this position where I would be up 3 pawns and bishop with quite a big attack. This would be completely winning. So that would happen if you would play a6. But as I said, the best move is this, and that is because you need to get the queen to the defense, to the g7 square. But now just rook e3, and at this point queen to f8 is a must, giving back the piece like this, and after queen g8, queen goes back to f3, and we would get this position where I would be up 2 pawns, and you do not want to take this pawn because of this. You see that black would lose a queen like this with this tactic. So in this position I would be just up 2 pawns, and yeah, with a nice attack this would be just better. And also, why you would have to give back the knight like this? Well, if you would play b5, let's say, this second strongest move, then just f4 blocks off this diagonal, so now this is a big threat. So now black would have to take it, and now queen takes f4, and once again you would get the piece back as white, and be up 2 pawns and have a nice position, even better than that one. So that would happen after h6. Well, not this, after h6. And I had to see all of that while playing this bishop to g5. So that's why it took me so long. But my opponent went rook after d8. And now I took on h7 with the bishop, because you cannot take it, because then I would take the queen. So king f8, I just went back. Now king e8. Now I'll play beautiful move. If you wanna pause and find that beautiful move, feel free to do it. And the beautiful move that I talked about is d5. Yes, just pushing the pawn completely undefended. Black can take it with 3 different pieces, but the reality is that he actually can't take it with neither of them. And that's because, well, if he would take it with a knight, then the queen falls. If he would take it with the e-pawn, then the queen falls. So that is impossible. And if he would take it with the c-pawn, then he would get bishop to b5 check. This is impossible because of the queen. This is impossible because of this. Well, I can show it because of this, this, and this. Once again, I would get the queen. So he would have to block with the rook. And now I could even take on d5, because once again, this pawn is pinned. And after a6, chasing away the bishop, then we could take that. King takes, queen a4 check, b5, queen well, not queen, rook takes b5, a takes b5, and we would get the rook back with this. And in this position we would be up 2 pawns and up the exchange with a nice pin and a nice pressure, completely winning. So after d5 you went king to d7, but I just took, he captured, and now another beautiful move using advantage of all of this pressure and all of these pins that I have here. Bishop to f5, because once again this pawn cannot take anything, because then the queen would fall. He went away with the king, stepped out of the pin. But now I just took that. Queen f7, and now bishop to f4. Once again, nice move, pressuring this bishop. And if you would take that, then I would take it with the queen. King to b6. And now everything is winning. Let's say queen to b4, king c7, even just rook e7, queen takes, and you can see that we won a queen and the game. So in this position, he played maybe even even worse move, and that is knight to e8, and now win a queen in this position. It was indeed the last move in the game, and that was rook e7, using advantage of this pin that the bishop cannot take that, and if queen would take that, then this bishop still cannot move, and if he would go somewhere, then just, you can take that, and that's it. That was a really nice game by me. As I said, this is probably the best game I've ever played, and you could see how easy it is to play against the Scandinavian defense. I'll go just through the entire game. It is 25 move long game very quickly, because you can see how all of the moves are just so natural. Just develop everything, then create a threat, have a pressure, and then just find some nice moves, some nice tactics, and you know win the game. It is just quite easy to play against the Scandinavian defense in this line, and yeah, that's that's what I've got with just these simple moves. And yeah, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You can check out my other video here. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.